Hey guys, today we're talking about a game series I don't feel I talk enough about. Pokemon! It's fun. Wait. Can you guys see that? I don't believe it. It's absolutely nothing. I mean, I don't understand. It's almost like this whole bit was scripted to give me a half-baked reason to talk about scary things in video games. Because it was. Hey guys! It's October. It's fall. It's other words to describe what time of year it is. So, I've always loved Halloween and October and this whole time of the year. It's amazing. It's the start of the holiday season, and we gotta kick that off with Halloween, the night we all celebrate the spooky, the scary, and the generally creepy vibes that we don't normally get to celebrate throughout the rest of the year. So, today I'm presenting you with a Halloween special. It's gonna be good. Now this may surprise some of you, but I have never been a fan of horror anything really. Whether it's books, video games, movies, the whole nine. I don't like being scared. Sue me. So because of this, I've never really been able to experience the fear and terror that comes from horror games because, well, I don't play them. So, for this special Halloween special of specialness, I'm giving you my top 10 scariest enemies in non-horror video games. Here we go. Number 10.
Spider-Man does whatever a spider can.
Spider-Man. This guy's been around since what, like 1962? I mean, Spider-Man's been slinging webs since JFK was in office. Naturally, like any long-running anything, they made games of it. The 2000 PlayStation title is actually pretty sweet. I mean, it's no Da Vinci, but hey, gets the job done. Throughout the game, you fight all kinds of Spider-Man villains like Mysterio, Rhino, and Doc Ock. But my two personal favorite Spider-Man villains have always been Venom and Carnage. I always loved the symbiotes in the comics and how they're kind of these disturbing monsters. But you know what? You beat these guys in the game and they aren't exactly intimidating or anything, so hey, what's the deal? Wait a minute, where's that Carnage symbiote going? What you do? Oh crap! It's Carnage Dr. Octopus. Or Monster Ock, whatever, who cares? What makes this guy intimidating is the fact that when he shows up, you can't do anything to him. I mean, you just beat both Doc Ock and Carnage up. But hey, they fuse together. There's nothing you can do. So just run for your life, because it's a giant demon creature. I mean, come on. I'd put him higher on the list, but to be honest, this game is kind of dated, and this isn't nearly as scary as it was back in the day. Back in the day, this was groundbreaking graphics. I mean, we didn't have the likes of this, or this. This is the best we had. It's still a very unnerving enemy to face, so it earns a slot on the list. Number 9. Prior to coming up with a lot of these lists, I like to pull some of my friends for ideas. My buddy Joe suggested an enemy from Uncharted. Now, I never really played Uncharted, so I decided to go ahead and check it out. Playing the game and having a great time, climbing on things and shooting people. Bam, 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 you're dead. Then you get to one part, and if you know the game, you know what I'm talking about. The zombie Spaniards, or descendants, according to the wiki. What's terrifying about them is they come out of absolute nowhere. I mean, the entire rest of the game, you're just fighting regular dudes. But then you're in a creepy crypt ruin, and I guess that's not that out of the ordinary for this kind of game. But then zombies start coming out of the woodwork, and you're like, what the heck? So naturally, there's only one proper reaction. Bam, 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 you're dead. Number 8. Mario 64! Yeah! Seriously guys, this is one of my all-time favorite games. I absolutely love this. Playing this brings me right back to my childhood, where my only worries were where I was gonna get my next Cheez-It fix. Sue me, I like Cheez-Its. But my love for it doesn't keep it safe from having a lot of creepy and disturbing things. In fact, I can name 3 things that all qualify for this spot, so I'm gonna tell you all 3 of them. The Eye Enemy, or Mr. Eye, or whatever he's called. I mean, it's just a giant, unblinking eye, just so out of place for this game. Everything else is a pretty standard Mario enemy. This is just a brilliantly blue, wide eye that follows you around and shoots you, just so weird. How about the other things from the game, like the giant eel from the water stage? I mean, swimming near it is so unsettling. Whenever I played this game, I always got the feeling that I was no longer in control of the situation. I was quite literally out of my element. I mean, this thing is huge, and it's an eel, so it's made to live underwater and, kill you. Yeah, how about you go steal that thing's star? That sounds like a smart idea, right? Right? Apparently, because I did it. Now, I couldn't talk Mario 64, though, without bringing up the scariest Mario enemy of all time. Roll the footage, but just go ahead and roll that footage. So you're in Luigis Mansion? Yeah, hey, what's that over there? Number 7. Skyrim. How I love this game. And I'm pretty sure all of you like it just as much as I do. This game is widely regarded by so many people as probably one of the best games of the past decade. And it earns that. There are few games that can truly offer as many varied environments, creatures, characters, and everything else that this game brings. And naturally, Skyrim has plenty of things to weird you the heck out. I mean, you got giant spiders, dragons, witches, and undead Nordic warriors. And while I might be alone in thinking this, for me, the creepiest enemy has to be the Falmer. Like an army of golems from Lord of the Rings. I mean, they're horrifically unsettling. What's more is that they only show up deep in caves, usually in the giant never-ending ones that you've been in for like 3 hours. So while you're delving through the places, you start to go insane a little bit. You start to think that maybe the Falmer are all there is in the world. There's no end. Be down here forever. Become as twisted by the darkness as they are. Please, no! Oh, hey. This kid found the way out. Number 6. Luigi's Mansion is not what you'd call a horror game. In fact, it's pretty not at all scary. That said, 7 points throughout the game managed to have a very unsettling atmosphere, which is what they're going for. Even though it is a concept as amazingly stupid as Luigi the Ghostbuster, I was definitely on edge throughout the game, worrying about whatever's around the next corner, or by whatever next big ghost I'd have to fight. There are actually several ghosts that would be particularly creepy enough to be on this list, but I'm going to have to give it to the boss of the first area, Chauncey, or as I like to call him, Creepy Baby Ghost. What really scares me about him is that you have to wake him up to start the boss battle, and when you do, he locks the door and you can't get out. Yeah, I mean, you can't suck him up, so what do? Am I just trapped in here for all eternity with a baby ghost that wants to kill me? I mean, I eventually figured I had to hit him with a ball to trigger the actual battle, but the game never told me that. I had to figure out that creepiness factor 100-fold because the baby's floating towards me. It's a baby ghost. That's creepy regardless of the Mario-based context. Babies are scary. Number 5. Oh, big surprise. Landon's talking about a Pokemon game. Well, you know what? This is my list, so you can shut up. Besides, Pokemon's got a lot of scary stuff, so let's go ahead and talk about some of it. I mean, you've got the usual stuff that people talk about a lot. Lavender Town, Giratina and the Distortion World, the infinite well of creepy that is the Pokédex. But those aren't what I'm particularly afraid of from the Pokemon universe. I'm afraid of Sabrina, the gym leader of Saffron City. In the game, she isn't that big of a deal, but in the show, She's downright terrifying. I mean, is it cheating to use the anime based on a game first thought on a list about games? Probably. Do I care? No. So you know what? Deal with it. And there are many reasons why Sabrina would deserve a slot on this list. For one thing, she talks almost exclusively through a creepy doll of herself, so there's that. That's scary. She also used her psychic powers to actually trap not only Ash and company, but her own parents as dolls, and then she tried to kill them. This is a show for children. It should not be giving me nightmares of scary witch girls. Please, stop. Stop it. Stop it. Please.
Number 4.
Look, okay, I get it. Unpredictable. First put Pokemon, now I'm talking about Batman. But you know what? This is my list. I can do what I want. The Arkham series is one of my favorite games. I mean, the game was able to do something that I honestly didn't think was possible for a game to do. Make it feel like I'm actually Batman. And it definitely wouldn't be a Batman game if you didn't have to deal with deep-seated psychological horror.
And no Batman enemy understands that quite like the Scarecrow.
Scarecrow himself isn't particularly scary throughout the game. He's definitely got the creepiest looking costume, I will say that. Whatever scary is what he does to you. I mean, he sends you in these trippy nightmare scenarios.
Seriously, every time I play an Arkham game and Scarecrow shows up, I just get so on edge. Which, you know, is perfect, that's what the game is going for. But just a horrifically terrifying nightmare scenario that I don't want to be a part of.
Everything else in the game you have control of. I mean, you're Batman. There's nothing you can't handle. You're collected, you're focused, you know what you're doing. And that takes it all away. Putting you in a situation where everything isn't in your control, but if you have the skills, you could take back that control while having to fight against the Lord of Fear himself. It's freaking disturbing, and I love it. That's all. Moving on.
Number 3.
Far Cry 3 is, in my opinion, one of the greatest games to waste time with. I mean, to be honest, to this date, I never even completed the main story. What I love to do is run around through the jungle shooting things, stealing cars, and then driving them around till they explode. One of my favorite things to do in Far Cry is become a pirate and steal a gunboat and go harass people. To do that, I'm gonna have to go swimming. Wait, what's that in the water? What is it? Oh no, it's sharks! It's sharks! Sharks are hands down one of the scariest things, not only in video games, but in everything. I mean, seriously, these things have been around for millions of years with only minor evolutionary differences. That's not the mark of a superior predator. After my first run-in with sharks in Far Cry, I honestly avoid the water for ages, unless I already had a vehicle. Honestly, one of the hardest things I ever had to do was collect shark skins so I could craft things. I now understand what it's like to be in Jaws. I never knew I needed that, and I don't. I'm horrified and deeply scarred. Please send help. It's bad. I fear for my life from sharks. I live in the desert. Please help.
Number 2.
Fallout is a game that has a multitude of creepy, scary, disturbing things. You've got ghouls, super mutants, giant mutant killing machines, and whatever the heck this is. Now, those are all creepy in their own right, but there's something else that scares me a lot more. In Fallout New Vegas, you meet one Dr. Hildern in Camp McCarran. He explains that there's a vault in the region that had some experimental plant growth research that he could use to help a whole lot of people, and asks you to go get it for him.
On the way out, his assistant tells you that you're by far not the first person the good doc has sent on this fool's errand, and she also offers to increase your reward if you can bring back some information regarding the safety of her friend who went out searching for this miracle plant growth technology and is now missing.
So you head over to the vault, and right off the bat there's something wrong. For one thing, there's a ton of plant life surrounding the entrance, while the area around is even more desolate than most of the other world. Once inside, the creepiness factor continues to increase. Narrow, dark metal hallways, these random plants popping out of them. Hey, it's fine. I mean, it's not like plants can hurt you. Wait! Spore carriers. That's an enemy, and what makes them scary is that they're plants. Plants aren't supposed to attempt to rip out your trachea, and to add to the creepiness, as you make your way through the vault, you find things like terminal entries that seem to conclude the spore carriers are actually some crazy plant zombie version of citizens of the vault. Horrifying and terrifying, in other words for those kind of things. It's just enough to make you want to torch the place. Which you do.
Number 1!
Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. I'm not afraid to say that I love it. It receives a whole bunch of hate from people all across the internet, but it has some of the best gaming experiences on the Wii.
Including what is, in my opinion, the most terrifying enemy in any non-horror game.
The Guardians. I won't lie to you. Every time I think about playing Skyward Sword again, the fear I feel from these makes me rethink that decision. I mean, they're really, really scary. For those who've never played Skyward Sword,
Link is sent to the Silent Realm to face a trial by the goddess that involves him running around the map finding these Tears of the Goddess things.
The only thing that keeps the Guardians at bay is finding them before you run out of time. But if you run down the timer, or you get seen by a Poe, which are floating around, it's all over, because the Guardians wake up, and one of the most scary scenes that I've ever seen in a video game. And then they chase you and try to kill you, and you can't even damage them. And if you get hit once, you have to start the whole trial over again, but now you're already on edge because you have to fight them, and you just gotta run as fast as you can. But then you run out of stamina, and you get hit, and then you're dead. Oh Lord. Stop. Please. It's too much. Oh, I'm gonna pass out. Oh, it's too much fear. Oh, I'm going down. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I had a whole lot of fun making it. If you liked this video, sharing it and liking it and spreading it around to people you think would enjoy it really means a lot. And if for whatever reason you want to see more of my stupidity, you can click on the screen to 2 videos up on the screen. I already said that. You can check out my last video, which was a review of Kirby's Epic Yarn, which was a very fun game. Go check out my thoughts on it right there. You can see the link. I'm not gonna add in an arrow. I'm lazy, alright? And down there, if you're into superheroes like you might be, because who isn't these days, I made a video about 10 characters that I would like to see show up in Injustice 2. That's a fun video. I have actually already got one right, so that's pretty cool.
You can also check me out on Twitter at BIBMFilms if you want to keep up with my shenanigans for whatever reason.
So go ahead and click those if you'd like. It'd mean a lot. And until next time, goodbye.